Oh, welcome to a Friday. My name is Daryl Ledyard. So glad to have you here. I've got a webinar coming up tomorrow, and I'm going to talk about that coming up. But I wanted to go through a few things that you might have missed if you are looking for cool domain names that you can sell for a decent amount of money. So we're going to do this live so we can take guests and find out a little bit from you what you think of these tools and to see if we can get you to understand a little bit more the techniques that I use to find domain names that you can sell for a decent price or use for a project that you have that you're working on. So let me just make sure I have my audio right, and looks like I'm seeing audio working. So far, so good. If you can hear me, go ahead and let me know in the chat that you can definitely hear what's going on. The groups are hard because it'll just say Facebook user, but it definitely will be live out there on YouTube and other places. So let's talk about domains, and I'm going to show you some ways to get domains that you thought were no way to get this kind of a .com domain in 2021. You have the perception that they're all taken, right? They're not all taken, because you're going to find some domains on this call that you're going to want to register yourself. You're going to want to run out there and go get this, because this is live. It is 1:38 p.m. on the East Coast, and I'm going to show you and reveal some domains to you live on this call as we go through the tools, and you're going to want to register these domains. Okay, so my name is Daryl Ledyard. I run a company called MassPage Tools, and we also tinker around with domains as well. I have about 600 domains. I sell between 1 and 7 per month. And so every year I look at the list for the last probably 12 years. I haven't paid for a domain, even though I have 600 of them, because I sell enough of them over the year to never be paying for them. So I think it's a fun hobby to have. I think it's a cool thing to be doing. And so that's why I like to do it. Some people fish. I fish for domains. Okay. So what I want to do is show you, this is domainkicks.com. This is the program that we just launched about a month ago. And you can go to domainkicks.com if you're interested in learning more about it. The way the pricing works on this is, oh wait, it looks like we have a little bit of an issue that wasn't there earlier. I think you have to be logged in. So I'm going to go ahead and log into the account. And I'm going to show you, we've added a few features that I wanted you to see here, because these are really cool. So the way I look at it is, I want to be able to look up domains and find cool domain options that I wasn't thinking about previously. So we have a few ways to do this. One is you can click the logo, and these 3 boxes will fill in with terms. Okay. Now you can hit an X on any of these boxes. So let's say you just want to start with these here, right? And you're just going to search .com, and you're going to go ahead and hit search. And it'll go through and match up these different combinations all the way down through. So it just starts with 3. Now you can replace these lists with any lists, and I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay. But so filmsitaly.com is somewhat interesting. Virusintense.com, virusitaly.com. So those are just what came up randomly. So let's say we go ahead and we want to shuffle this. All right. We can go and hit shuffle, and then hit search again. So this is something you can do while you're just sort of sitting around, like waiting for something to happen, right? And you can kind of see, okay, I never thought to look up these terms, right? So it's just like a different Tumblr. And over to the right, you're going to see names that you can go ahead and add to your dream list. The way the dream list works is several times a day, it's going to check your dream list to see if those words became available. Okay, so you're going to be able to say, I like storit.com. All right, so I'm going to add it to my dream list, and it goes into my dream list. And if you go up here, you can see it's in my dream list. Now, if it becomes available, it's going to shoot me a message and say, hey, this domain is now available, so you can go out and buy it. Okay, so that's the cool thing about it. But I'm going to show you some really sexy things that you can do with Domain Kicks. to get some domains that you're going to be shaking your head. You're going to be like, how is this possible that this is available? And you might, because this is live, you might want to run out and go get it. I don't have time to register it, so you might be able to go get some of these domains. So let's see if we go ahead and X this out. We're just going to grab these two and just see what happens from this. All right. And I'll show you a few other tactics that you can use. I built this for me. Okay. So even if we don't get any users, I don't care. It's, to me, this is a tool that I wanted to build because I like this tactic for finding domain names. So all of these domains were taken, these combinations. Okay. Now, what if you were to just take these here, this list here, and go ahead and select all, and see if they show up as a different TLD, another extension, right? So .page, .chat, .club. So we're going to check like cosmetics, fish, and scholarship, right? It's just an example. And it's going down through and it's checking all of these different combinations, like fish.io. That would be a cool domain if it was available, but it's not. So it's just going down through. It's just every single one is just checking to see if it's available. And then if any become available up here, it's going to go and show you, okay, this one's available. You can go ahead and just register it. And it tells you what the price is. Okay, so this one is a premium domain. But look at this one. I love this domain, scholarship.club for $154. That is a great domain. So if you're interested, that could be like, you know, how to get a register. You could sign up for it. And it could get you access to a whole lot of scholarship opportunities, right? I totally see where that could be a really good thing. And now, how do we find that? We use domain kicks. I didn't think of looking up the word scholarship today, but now that is something that's very cool, okay? If you go through scholarship.live, scholarship.tv is 900. I'm just looking for good value, scholarship.chat. Okay, so that's one way that you can use this, okay? I'm going to show you this other tool that I use an awful lot, and it's called Textshaker. Textshaker has a feature that allows you to sort by longest words to shortest words and shortest words to longest words, okay? And Domain Kicks has a tool that will fix all of these corrections. So, for example, see how this has an ampersand and these all have spaces in them? I'll show you what happens here with the dashes and all this. Like if I take this here, oops, and I think I did that wrong. Hold on a second. If I'm going to go here and grab these, oh, that's too many. Let's just grab these here. If you were to try to get these to search in GoDaddy, it would be kind of hard to do. So if you do it here, it says there's invalid characters, hit fix, and it fixes all of them. It gets out of all of those things that don't work in domain names. All right. And then you can just hit search.com and you could search these long tail keywords that are exact match keywords. I have a different way of doing this. I'm going to actually do it differently, and I'll show you that tactic coming up here in just a minute live on this call. So we have a webinar tomorrow I don't want you to miss. It's about bulkleads.net. And I'm going to get into some tactics on how to use bulkleads.net to help discover different domain names that that you might want to register. So this is just an example, okay? These long exact match terms, which some SEOs like to have an exact match. So woodfloorinstallationservice.com is available for $8, right? So you found that out by just using this tool and hitting correction, and you were able to fix that, okay? So what I like to do is do it the other way. I like to go with these short terms, right? And let's just go to these here. And we're going to copy these terms. And I'm going to delete these out. But these is my primary terms, okay? So we could do this. We could select all. I just love this tool. You can just have so much fun with it. I'm sorry, I'm adjusting here while this is taking place. I'm going to check all of these TLDs against these dictionary words, okay? Because these can be still valuable with these other extensions if it's a big dictionary word that's short, all right? So let's see if we come up with some gold here on this call. And feel free to add your comments because I'm watching your comments. Facebook user says Domain Kicks is brilliant. Hey, I can hear you. Okay, really good. Awesome. So we're going to get into some cool stuff here coming up that you're going to definitely want to hang in there for. All right, this won't be a long one, so don't worry about that. Just want to show you some tactics, so that way you know what this can do. And also, I'm going to give you a promo code that you can use on Domain Kicks to get 40% off, and I'm going to give you a promo code to get the bulkleads.net to get a recurring discount on that. So hold on for all that, okay? I think you're going to like what we have to offer on this thing. All right. So all these short terms, it's going through, it's now in the .nets. Now, how long would it take you to search all of this stuff, right? To do all of these different combinations, it would definitely take some time. So it's solar.net. I probably shouldn't have checked all because it's going to take a long time. There's a lot of different terms there. I'm going to bail out of this one right now. All right. But you get the idea. So we could have like gone with a shorter list, but let's go with a shorter list. Let's just grab these here from here to here. All right. And we're just going to pop this in to the primary keywords. And I'm going to bring over another set of lists here. Okay. So on this, I just took a few minutes and just went after these. Okay. So I'm just going to go and grab the United States, 51 states. All right. We're just going to pop it in here and we're going to fix it. All right. And we're going to go ahead and start off with all of these different combinations and just hit .com. All right. And we're just going to search for state and then short keyword. So we did the short keyword with the Textshaker. We got it down to 4 or 5 letters. And we're going after this to see if we can get something. So first it's going through the actual dictionary word. And now it's going through like New York hotel, California hotel, things like that, right? And we're going to kind of see what comes of this. All right. So District of Columbia Hotel.com is available for $8. All right. So you could possibly build a Expedia affiliate site for that, for all of the different hotels in DC. You could do that, but that's just going after the word hotel. Let's see what else comes up here. And you can bail out if this starts to be too long, you can bail out. So it's doing a lot of combinations. This is where you go get a cup of coffee, you come back, you let it do its thing. If you have a VPS, you can just run it on the VPS and just see what happens. So District of Columbia Mover.com is available. All right. All right. So we're just letting it do its thing. And while it's doing this, somebody says, if you don't have Domain Kicks, you're missing out. Yeah, it's pretty darn cool. Let me just show you the promo code for this while it's coming up. Just NewHampshireMover.com is available. All right. Again, you're going to see some things in here you might want to act on. All right. So this is the Domain Kicks promo code. So if you're interested in it, just use Kick40. It takes 40% off each month or the lifetime price. So if you go into Domain Kicks, I just noticed before it had an issue with the price thing, but I'll take a look and see on a incognito window if while this is going on here, see if there's a problem with the Domain Kicks pricing page. Yeah, I am getting an error on there. I think you're going to have to log in first. Let me send a message to my guy here on this while this is doing its thing, and make sure that you can get the pricing page. But I think you can set up an account, then do the pricing. So if you set up an account, you can just hit the pricing, and that should work. All right. So you got chefs. You got all these states with chefs, Maryland chefs, Kentucky chefs, Nevada chefs. So it's just going through all of these keywords. And you might find yourself an opportunity this way, right? It's just going to go through, and it's just finding a lot of things for the word chef. Okay. Might not be the best, directory. I don't know. Maybe people are looking for chefs, and you could have a job posting with various chefs or something. I'm not sure what you could do with that. But I just want to show you that this is what you can do, and you can just let it go. It'll just do its thing. And it uses an API from Dynadot, which is free. And so my searches won't slow down your searches. Everybody's getting different searches, and our tool is just lining everything up. All right, now we're talking about decks. Decks are a very big project. They have a high price, right? So a lot of people love to have decks put on their houses. So you can see North Dakota decks, South Dakota decks, Alaska decks, Illinois decks, Pennsylvania docks. Okay, these are docks for your boat. Ohio docks, right? So docks are another industry, right? Where you can you could have people build a directory for your site, or just be a lead generation site for docs. So it's getting a lot of docs sites and checking these. This would take you a long time to do it manually through another tool. Okay. Now we've got some really cool things coming up with Domain Kicks that you're going to like. All right. So one of the things now that we have is not only do we have these reloads of each column, you also are going to have this thing called presets. And just like with us, our main page, you've got the 3 presets here that reload. You'll be able to put your own presets in and then choose to either mix them in with ours or just use yours exclusively. So you've got your favorite terms that you're going after. You can do that. The other thing you're going to be able to do, and this we're going to probably change the name of this, you're going to be able to take the things that you strip out. So when you take a list from bulkleads.net or something else, you can strip out like different things, and then when you hit the fix it, it'll remove those things based on your request. So you're getting more like power to set the presets and things like that. Let me just go to the pricing thing. Okay, so the pricing is here. Once you log into your account, you can hit the pricing. Just on the front end, it isn't there. So you'll get 40% off the $97 for the all access. But this will get down to $200 and something because you'll get 40% off that. And we're giving you the bonus of Leads Detective, which is a $1,400 value. So you get the lifetime deal of Leads Detective as well. So it's definitely worth getting this here, the domainkicks.com, coupon code KICK40 on Domain Kicks when you go to checkout. All right, if you're looking for 2,000 searches per month and only 500 dream list things, you can do the $47. Now the dream list with the unlimited, you can keep putting stuff in here. So for example, if you were in like expireddomains.net, okay, which is another great tool, when you're logged in here, you can see a list of things that are pending delete. Okay. Then you can do a filter and just put in like lawyer, right? Let's say, for example, that's your niche, right? And we're going to say we only want characters, and we want it no more than 16 length characters, right? All right. So we're looking for pending deletes. All right. And let's go with .coms. Okay. So this is, you can see it's doing its work. It's 397. Let's do .com, .net, and that's it, because it's a lawyer site. Okay, these are pending deletes, but it's available yet. They're going to be available in the future. Okay, all right. So you could go through these one by one. You can send it to a text file, which if you see, I'm going to open up this text file. And let's see here. What was it called? This is what it is. Okay. So these are the lawyer names. And so you can go through and edit these as you want. Okay. So if there's any here that you're like, oh, I want to be able to catch this, but I don't want to pay a drop catch price of $100 to do that, right? So you can go through here, and I'm just looking for, okay, planar loss. Okay, Plano's a big area, but that's not it. Lawyersdirectory.net. Okay, so I'm going to grab that. Answerlawyers.com. I'm going to grab that. So I'm going to pop this in here, right? And I'm going to put in answerlawyers.com. And I'm going to go back into domain kicks, and I'm going to put this in here next line. I'm going back to my list. It's going through. Montana's lawyers, I'm not sure about that one. Where was divorce? I just saw divorce. Divorce lawyer, PDK, okay. All right, so Singapore lawyers, not my thing. Boston's lawyers, Seattle's lawyers, okay. Depending on if you're going after that, this is a misspelling of accident, so I wouldn't do that one. Test lawyer. All right, so let's say that those are the ones, right? And hit add. Now it's going to add it and immediately start checking every few hours to see if that becomes available. And then it'll send you a notification. It'll send you a notification that that is available, okay? So that's a really sweet part of this is that dream list. And that's why if you get the unlimited, you don't have to worry about that limit of 500. You can add more to it. All right. So now let's see. So that's how you can use it with like pending delete. You can do it with auctions too. You can put the auction ones on there. And then once the auction fails, you can get it without buying through an auction, right? Because you're watching that all the time. Now, you can also just find domains that look good that sometimes something will go wrong and they drop. So you'll have a chance to go get those things. All right, let's talk about leads, bulkleads.net. Now, bulkleads.net, I have a webinar tomorrow where I'm going to walk through all of the different features on it. And this is the coupon code that we'll have tomorrow. And I'm giving it to you now so that you can see it and get access to it. But if you go to bulkleads.net, the coupon code is MassPage, all one word, and you get 30% off recurring. We did do at the beginning a bigger amount, but we had to bring that down. So that was because it was unlimited users. So we can do 30% off recurring. So it's definitely still worth it. It's well under $100 with that. So, all right. So when we get in here, you have a few different options. Okay. So you can do B2B contacts. You can do B2B companies, this business to business companies, or you can do B2C local businesses. All right. So I'm just going to go to B2C local businesses. All right. And this is a lot. There's millions and millions of these small businesses around the world. Okay. So it looks like this account is a trial account. Okay. So I have to sign in with a different account here. Hold on a second. Let me check here. Not sure which account I have. Let's see if this is the one here. That's the Unlimited Pro plan. Okay. So if I go and click on the B2C local businesses, there are 500 million plus local businesses. All right. So what we want to do is we're going to type in, let's try to think of law firm. Now, that probably won't be good. You could get in trouble with that. Let's try painters. All right. And we're going to pick United States. So let's just type in United States. All right. And then you can pick by area. So let's just take Rhode Island. Okay. Search businesses. And this also does emailing too. So you can do emails with it. You can do a lot of stuff with bulkleads.net. So it's really, really cool what it does. All right. So it has to break it down because it's such a big list of 500 million. It has to break it down based on, you know, the location. Okay, so here are a bunch of them where you can save these as leads. We'll walk through all of this kind of stuff. You can see the phone numbers, all that kind of stuff. Okay, so you can do all that. You can launch automation. You can do all that stuff. You can create a list. And we're going to call this a list name. Let's see. So I'm just going to put painters. Okay, there we go. Let's see if it'll let me download to XLSX. See if it's ready. Here it is. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, oh, that was empty. So I have to do something here to add to it. Okay, so I have to add to it. So I'm going to have to mess around with that later. Let's go to B2B companies, because this is what I did in my original example. I was just thinking of B2C because there's a lot of smaller businesses. But let's take United States. Yeah, let's do restaurants. And we'll do 11 to 50 employees. All right, so we're going to download this into an XLS. All right, and now this is ready to go, it looks like. Yep. All right, so when you're here, okay, there's a few things that you can do. So you can just grab these here, and there's 184. You can go up to Textshaker. Put this in because I like short domains. Okay, so what I'm going to do is order it smallest to largest. Okay, and this is going to give us some ideas that we wouldn't have thought of earlier. Okay, so let's just do this. Okay, and I'm going to go into domain kicks with a shorter list. We're going to fix it. Okay, so now it brings it all together, and we're going to just look at .coms. Okay, a lot of these are going to not be available because there's very short 3-letter .coms. If you ever get a 3-letter .com, get it because it's worth a lot of money. So, all right, so we're just kind of showing this through what you can do with taking other people's ideas and trying to come up with a good brand or a good domain name from that. And you can do this from all kinds of lists. Okay, so like you can take different colors and put it with, you know, different ideas. Like have like 2 lists of 3-letter words and just mix and match them together. And you can find really cool brands that you can sell. I'd like, you know, Flippa or Squad Help or Brand Paw and things like that, where you can, you know, you can take these great name ideas by mixing them and mashing up different things. All right, so you can see these are the just various different names that if you see a really good one that you could sell, even if they weren't like it's a common name, you could go ahead and, you know, reach out to them and say, look, I do have this domain. I paid, you know, don't tell them you paid $8, but you have it. You want it, you know, just find out if it's a real business and see if it's something that would work for you. But I like the idea of doing it not just for that business, but other common businesses that you maybe hadn't thought about, you know, different ideas. And you can grab things from these lists that can be helpful for that. So let's look at what else you could get in here. All right. So one of the things we're doing with domain kicks, and this will be out probably within a week, is you'll be able to put a list of email addresses in, okay? And it will strip out from the email addresses the first name and the extension and the @ and look up all of those email addresses to see if those domains are available, okay? So you could have a really long list of emails, throw them into domain kicks as a primary keyword. and it'll go ahead and strip away everything but the domain name as a primary keyword. And now you could check other extensions to see if those exist. You can check .com to see if that exists. You can do a whole lot of stuff with it. So we keep adding new things, and we're going to have it so that you'll be able to have, you can check backlinks. You'll be able to check DA, PA, all of those kinds of things as needed based on your credits. So you'll be able to do all of that coming soon. So this is Domain Kicks. This is bulkleads.net. Let's go back to bulkleads.net. Bulkleads.net has, of course, the leads, but they also have the ability to extract emails from web browsing. So you just go to a website, you put the bulk leads extension into your browser, and you can go ahead and have it look up to find email addresses. So these are all like, there's a little CRM with pipeline. There's a way that you can check to see if an email is correct. You can build a chat bot and put the chat bot on there, and it'll collect leads, and you'll have those leads into your system. So there's a whole lot of stuff that you can do with this platform. It even has a way to check disposable emails. So we'll talk about this all tomorrow. Just go to go.ht/bulk. And you can register for the webinar that we do tomorrow for bulkleads.net, where we walk through and show you what all these little cool things do. And then you can decide if that's the kind of thing that you could benefit from having. Whether you're using it for domain kicks, you're using it for something else. It can be used for cold email outreach. It can be used to verify your email addresses. It can be used for the chat bot. It can be used for a small CRM that's really simple. It can be used for email because you can set up any kind of SMTP without having the limits of some of the other systems. So there's a whole lot of different things that you can do with it, and that's why I'm promised to bring it back to do a walkthrough with it. So I wanted to bring that to you. And just again, it's textshaker.com. That's how you can go ahead and get the shortest to longest words. And then you can put that into Domain Kicks and do your thing with that. All right, that's all I've got for today. Just wanted to bring this to you. Again, let me show you the bulkleads.net. Coupon code is MassPage. 30% off. That's the same deal you're going to get tomorrow. So if you can't make it on the webinar, that's the same deal. I just wanted to jump in here live. And then if you wanted Domain Kicks, we have a Kick 40 promo code. You have to first register, then you go to the pricing page, and you get 40% off the lifetime deal or the recurring deal with Domain Kicks. All right, that's what I got. Thank you, guys. Let me just ask a question. If anybody has any quick questions for me, I can run through it here. I'm looking here. Great job, Daryl. Thank you so much. Anybody have a question? I'll go ahead and answer them for you because I am live here. And don't forget, you can register for that talk tomorrow at 3 o'clock Eastern time. And then we, let's see, we fall back. So we make our clocks go back in the US on Sunday. So midnight on Saturday. So we're still going to be daylight time tomorrow at 3 o'clock. So it's EDT. So, all right. I think that's it. We're going to leave it right there. We'll catch you on the Sunday live at 5 o'clock as well if you have other questions. Take care and have a good day. Bye-bye.